Have you ever woken up on a cold morning, made yourself your favorite tea, sat down at the table, and thought, this is going to do me good? Maybe a ginger tea, like the one you saw on some TV show, or green tea, the one everyone says, is full of antioxidants. Or maybe a bit of cinnamon tea. It looks so natural, so harmless. But what if I told you that this simple, everyday habit might actually be silently harming your health? Yes, Yvonne, if it's a natural tea, even if you've heard it's healthy. After the age of 65, your body changes. Your metabolism slows down, your liver processes substances differently. And most of the medications you take, whether for blood, pressure, heart, diabetes, or cholesterol, can dangerously interact with certain ingredients found in popular teas. What seems like self-care can turn into a real risk. And that's not an exaggeration. According to the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, many herbal teas can interfere with the effectiveness or safety of common medications used by older adults. And according to the Mayo Clinic, even natural products need to be taken seriously, especially when it comes to heart health. The problem is, no one really talks about this with people over 60. You walk into the store, see a shelf full of tea boxes with words like natural, calming, detox, slimming, and you think that because it's not a pill, it must be harmless. But the truth is, some of these teas can raise your blood pressure, overwork your kidneys and liver, interact with blood thinners or heart medications, trigger insomnia, restlessness, or arrhythmias, and even affect your memory or mental state if consumed regularly. And all of this can happen without you even realizing it. You just notice you're sleeping poorly, or you feel your heart beating faster for no reason, or you get dizzy when standing up, or you feel more tired even when you've been resting. Then you go to the doctor, they adjust your medication, but the problem persists, because the cause might be that cup of tea you drink every day, thinking it's helping your health, but don't worry. This video isn't here to scare you. It's here to inform you, protect you, and empower you here on the Age with Strength channel. Our mission is to help you live longer and better with independence, energy, and the health to do what you love, care for who you love, and stay in control of your own life. And that's why today you're going to learn which teas can be dangerous for people over 65, especially if you have high blood pressure, poor circulation, take medications, or have a history of heart disease, which for healing teas can transform your routine, protect your heart, improve your circulation, and even relieve leg pain and swelling safely and backed by science and attention. This content is informational. It does not replace your doctor's advice or tell you to stop any treatment, but it will open your eyes to silent risks and show you natural, simple, and effective ways to improve your quality of life. Everything you're going to hear here is based on research from institutions like Harvard Health, Cleveland Clinic, Tufts University, and Johns Hopkins, translated into language you can understand, with the care and respect you deserve. Now, tell me in the comments, do you usually drink tea every day? What's your favorite? I read everything and reply whenever I can. And of course, if you're not part of our community yet, click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Here on Age with Strength, you'll find weekly videos with practical tips, natural advice, and safe strategies to live healthy. After 60, are you ready? Then take a deep breath and come find out if the tea sitting in your kitchen is a silent remedy or a hidden risk. Number 4. Too much ginger tea. The anti-inflammatory that can thin your blood. Too much ginger is one of the most popular teas among Americans. It's known to help with nausea, inflammation, and joint pain. But what few people know is that in excess, ginger tea can become a risk, especially for those taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Xarelto, or aspirin on a regular basis. Why? Ginger contains active compounds like gingerol, which have a mild anticoagulant effect. On their own, they're not a problem. But when combined with medications that already thin the blood, they can amplify the effect and lead to bleeding that's hard to control, especially in older adults who may already have fragile blood vessels. On top of that, ginger can also affect blood pressure. Some studies suggest it may lower blood pressure too much in people who are already medicated, which could lead to dizziness, fainting, or dangerous falls. Be especially careful if you have a history of gastrointestinal bleeding, take circulation, or blood-thinning medications, are preparing for surgery. If you're going to drink ginger tea, Do it in moderation, never on an empty stomach, and always with your doctor's knowledge. Number 3. Strong green tea, the antioxidant that can Your heart green tea is seen as a superfood in liquid form. Rich in antioxidants like catechins, it's known for fighting cellular aging, helping with weight loss, and improving mental focus. But what most people don't realize is that green tea also contains caffeine, and in some stronger brews, the caffeine content can be comparable to coffee, and that's a problem for many older adults. As we age, the body metabolizes caffeine more slowly. That means its stimulating effects can last longer and feel more intense. And what does that lead to? Insomnia, which directly impacts heart health, tachycardia, that racing heart sensation, elevated blood pressure, even in people already on medication, anxiety, tremors, and restlessness. On top of that, green tea can interfere with iron absorption, which, in people with restricted diets or mild anemia, can worsen the condition over time. Important tip: if you enjoy green tea, go for decaffeinated or low-caffeine versions, and avoid drinking it after 4 p.m. Number 2. Cinnamon bark tea, a balm for blood pressure and the liver. Cinnamon is an ancient spice, delicious in flavor, and full of benefits in very small doses. But when turned into tea, especially when made from whole cinnamon bark, boiled for several minutes, it can become dangerous. The main reason is the presence of coumarin, a natural compound that, in high amounts, can overwork the risk of liver damage. Interfere with medications for diabetes, blood pressure, and cholesterol. There's more cinnamon can cause sudden drops in blood sugar, leading to hypoglycemia in people using medications like metformin or insulin. Also has a mild vacillating effect, which means that, in sensitive individuals, it can cause fluctuations in blood pressure, dizziness, and even fainting when standing up quickly. If you're drinking cinnamon tea every day, it might be time to rethink that habit. Number 1. St. John's wort tea, the natural trap that can cancel out your medications. This is by far the most dangerous herbal tea for older adults, and unfortunately, one of the least known by the general public. St. John's wort is a plant traditionally used to help with mild symptoms of depression and anxiety. But it has a very risky characteristic. It activates an enzyme in the liver called CYP3A4, which speeds up the metabolism of many medications, making them less effective, or even useless. In other words, you take the medication, but the St. John's wort tea makes your body eliminate it before it has a chance to work. Among the medications affected are antidepressants, blood thinners, medications for heart arrhythmias, statins for cholesterol, HIV treatments, immunosuppressants for transplant patients, and the worst part, the interaction can be silent with no visible symptoms until a health condition gets worse. The FDA, Food and Drug Administration, has already issued official warnings about using St. John's wort with prescription medications. So if you're on any kind of controlled medication, this tea should be completely avoided, even in small doses. Have you ever had any of these teas and felt dizzy, had a headache, rapid heartbeat, or an odd discomfort in your body? Those symptoms might be your body's silent warning, trying to tell you something's not right. Tell me in the comments if you've ever had a similar experience. Your story could help others in our community take better care of themselves. Now, let's move on to the 4 teas you should be drinking. Number 1. Olive leaf tea, the natural guardian of your blood pressure and circulation. Few people know about it, but this is one of the most powerful teas for those struggling with high blood pressure, poor circulation, and high cholesterol. Olive leaf tea has been used for centuries in Europe and Mediterranean regions as a natural cardiovascular tonic, and today, modern research confirms its benefits. Studies published by the University of Reading in the UK show that olive leaf extract can safely and gradually reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. It works by dilating blood vessels and improving blood flow without causing sudden drops. In addition, this tea contains a compound called oleuropein, a powerful antioxidant that lowers bad cholesterol, LDL, reduces inflammation in the arteries, protects the brain from vascular aging. Another key advantage of olive leaf tea is that it's caffeine-free, so it can be enjoyed at night, even by those who suffer from insomnia. How to prepare it? Boil 1 cup of water, add 1 teaspoon of dried olive leaves or 1 tea bag, Cover and let steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Drink 1 to 2 times a day, preferably after meals. Important: always consult your doctor if you're already taking blood pressure medications. The effects of olive leaf are gentle, but they can enhance other treatments. In the US, this tea can be found at stores like Whole Foods, Amazon, Walmart, and specialty websites like Tea Dream Tea No. 2. Hibiscus tea in moderation. The natural anti-inflammatory that supports the heart, and Kidnexiove, probably heard of it. That deep red tea with a slightly tangy flavor. But what you might not know is that hibiscus is one of the most studied teas when it comes to blood pressure control. According to a review published by the American Heart Association, daily consumption of hibiscus tea can lower blood pressure by up to 10 mmJ after a few weeks of use. This effect happens because hibiscus works as a mild vasodilator and diuretic, helping the body eliminate excess sodium and reduce blood volume in the arteries. In addition, hibiscus also helps reduce swelling and fights fluid retention, lowers triglycerides and cholesterol, supports kidney function, is rich in vitamin C and flavonoids, which fight free radicals. But be careful, don't overdo it. Hibiscus is strong. In excess, it can lower blood pressure too much, stimulate uterine contractions in women, cause stomach discomfort if taken on an empty stomach. The ideal dose for people over 60 is 1 cup per day, 4 to 5 times a week. To prepare, boil 1 cup of water, add 1 tablespoon of dried hibiscus flowers or 1 tea bag. Let it steep for 6 to 8 minutes. Do not add sugar. Use cinnamon or mint for flavor. Number 3. Garlic and lemon tea, the homemade combo that improves circulation and fights inflammation. This combination might sound bold to some palates, but it's incredibly powerful for cardiovascular and immune health. Garlic contains sulfur, compounds like allicin, which have vasodilating, anti-inflammatory, and antithrombotic effects, meaning they improve circulation and help prevent blood clots. Lemon, on the other hand, is rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and compounds that aid digestion and mineral absorption. Together, they make a tea that detoxifies the liver, improves arterial elasticity, boosts nitric oxide production, helping lower blood pressure, strengthens the immune system. How to prepare? Crush 1 clove of raw garlic and let it sit for 5 minutes to activate the allicin. Boil 1 cup of water, add the garlic, and turn off the heat. Squeeze in 1/2 a fresh lemon. Let it sit for 7 minutes before drinking. Tip: you can sweeten it slightly with pure honey, but avoid this if you're diabetic. This tea should be taken at night, 2 to 3 times a week, as it may cause a mild body odor, but the benefits are absolutely worth it. Number 4. Dandelion tea, the natural detox that relays bloating and protects the heart. Often overlooked in daily life, dandelion tea is a hidden gem among natural remedies. This plant has strong diuretic, digestive, and liver protective properties, meaning it helps the body eliminate excess fluids, detoxify the liver, and improve digestion. In addition, dandelion is rich in natural potassium, which helps balance blood pressure, soluble fiber, which lowers cholesterol, antioxidants like luteolin and chlorogenic acid. According to the Cleveland Clinic, regular use of this tea may help people with swelling in the legs, high blood pressure due to fluid retention, fatty liver, hepatic steatosis, difficulty digesting heavy foods. How to prepare? Boil 1 cup of water, add 1 teaspoon of dried root or leaves, or 1 tea bag. Let steep for 8 to 10 minutes. Drink up to once a day, preferably in the morning. Caution: do not use if you have serious kidney problems or allergies to plants in the Asterecia family. Now that you know which teas to avoid and which ones can transform your health, you might be wondering, is there a natural, complete, and reliable way to take care of my blood pressure, digestion, sleep, and even diabetes? Without relying so much on medications, the answer is yes. Did you know there are natural, safe, and affordable solutions that can help you control your blood pressure naturally improve your sleep without strong medications, reduce bloating and poor digestion, and even support blood sugar control gently and effectively? If you're looking for a more natural path and want to learn how to use nature's resources safely, you need to check out our ebook, The Natural Healing Guide. This complete guide was made especially for people over 60 who want to understand which teas, herbs, oils, and supplements actually work. Learn how to prepare and when to use real home remedies. Discover what natural science recommends for pain, insomnia, high blood pressure, and more. Get clear, direct, and safe explanations, even if you're just starting out. All of this is packed into one practical and trustworthy resource, perfect to keep on hand whenever you need it. The link to get yours is in the first pinned comment of this video. Don't wait, your health deserves this kind of care. If you've made it this far, one thing is already clear: you care about your health. You want to live with more quality, independence, and energy to take care of yourself and those you love, and believe me, that already puts you ahead of most, because health after 60 isn't built with miracle formulas. It's built with small daily choices, like the tea you choose to drink in the morning, like what you put on your plate, like the care you show when you listen to your body's signals. Today, you discovered that some teas, even natural ones, could be silently harming your health, and that others, when used wisely, can heal, protect, and transform your daily life. You learned about the 4 teas every senior should avoid, especially if you take medication or have a heart condition, and the 4 most healing teas to protect your heart, improve circulation, reduce swelling, and boost your vitality. And more than that, you found out that there's a natural, complete, and safe path to care for your health with awareness. A path that's available to you right now. In our ebook, Natural Healing Guide, the link is in the first pinned comment. Now tell me down below, which of these teas do you already drink? And which one will you start using from today on? Your experience can inspire others in our community to take better care of themselves. And if this video helped you in any way, leave a like, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe to the Age with Strength channel. Here, you'll always find practical, trustworthy, and heartwarming content to help you live with health, strength, and dignity after 60. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, you're not old, you're experienced, and now more than ever, you deserve to live with